so tired, but we'll try to keep moving here. Linda, Ensore. I said I put on here the CIA director, but I didn't really. I was just teasing. She is the Citizens in Action or Conservatives in Conservatives. I will never get this right.
Be the director of the CIA.
Yes, there you go.
Roger's going to be talking about this later, but I see on the agenda I'm the state school board. Actually, I'm here to share some good news for a change. Some of us have gone around the state and we've been giving presentations on Common Core. I did one, Greg Adams and I did one here, I don't know, 3 months ago. And at the end of that presentation, we asked you guys to do a postcard blitz to some of the state school board members, the Education Oversight Committee, and some of the legislators. And as I went around to different groups, I changed a little bit the list that I gave to people. So did it work? Is it working? Last night we got several emails from members of the Education Oversight Committee. And this line really excited me. This is from John Warner. And he said, I have found the organized campaign to all of us against the Common Core interesting. And I said, I never knew if you guys sent out any of those postcards, but apparently you did. And apparently it's had an impact. And I'm basically here to thank you and say, this is so good. We got another email from Neil Robinson, who chairs the Education Oversight Committee, and he is from Charleston. And one of the sentences in there is, it is to recognize that a number of parents have expressed concerns about the new English language arts and math standards, and states that the Economic Oversight Committee will closely monitor implementation of the same, and if it looks like bad things are happening, the committee will take appropriate action. This would never happen if you guys hadn't sent those postcards and made calls. So I'm just here to thank you.
Thank you. And our GOP, Charleston County GOP Chair, John Steinberger. Woo-hoo!
What we have here, and I want you to know there are about 5 or 6 different liberty groups represented here, and Senator Bright is right. There are conservatives in the Low Country, and they're going to hear from us. But, I'm going to give you 6 dates to write down and then say a few words about what we can do to help elect my friend Billy Shuman in Senate District 42 special election. The first date is this coming Monday, August 12th, and that's our regular GOP meeting. And I encourage everybody that lives in Charleston County to come out there. And we welcome people who aren't in Charleston County to come out there. It's 7 o'clock at North Charleston City Hall. We want to be the most welcoming party in the state. We want to energize conservatives and bring them in. And of course, we have some important things to do on Monday, including elect our next first-class chair, Kathy Hughes. We're also going to discuss some community service opportunities that we have so we can strengthen our image in the community and do what we really should be doing is helping others and reaching out to those who need us. And we're going to talk about doing some fun things. So here's another date to write down. We're looking at doing GOP night at the River Dogs on Friday, August 30th. So please write that down. We need at least 25 people. We can get lower deck seating for only $12 a ticket and just have fun together. I want to do fun things instead of just political things. Get together, have a hot dog, and enjoy the ball game, and they'll recognize us as being there in a group. We have a bowling alley over here. I'm looking at later on, August 30th, Friday, August 30th. Maybe having a bowling night over here at Sperry and Lanes for Charleston GOP. So we want to get to know each other, have some fun, some lighthearted fellowship. Another date that I would like you to write down is Friday, August 16th. We're going to have a Senate District 42 policy forum. And Billy will be there. There will be 2 Democrats in the runoff on that date, and 1 Libertarian who will be voted on at their convention this Saturday. So we need as many of us in North Charleston City Hall on Friday, August 16th as possible at 6 to 7. There's actually going to be a discussion of legislative issues from 5 to 6, and then the candidates forum is from 6 to 7. So come on out and make sure that Billy knows that we've got his back. And I'm going to be one of the moderators asking questions. I know Billy will hit those out of the park. And we'll be taking questions from the audience as well. We'll talk about what he's going up against. Okay, another date to write down is Saturday, August 17th. And that's the Sandlapper Patriots Breakfast Club. We meet the third Saturday of every month at 10 a.m. at the Sunflower Cafe, which is at 2366 Ashley River Road. You can find us on Facebook, Sandlapper Patriots Breakfast Club. And what do? We just enjoy the great food, great omelets and pancakes, and we talk about issues. And when we're done on that day, we're going to go out and knock doors for Billy Shuman. So bring some comfortable shoes with you when you come to that. And then we've talked about this. Charleston County has over 60 unorganized precincts. So we're going to be identifying people, especially as we go through Senate District 42. And we're going to advertise in the Charleston City paper. We'll approve that at our next meeting. And we'll do reorganization at North Charleston City Hall Thursday, September 5th from 6 to 7. So we'll invite you. And by the way, we can bring in people who are in organized precincts and have them join the party. So my goal is to have at least 100 new dues-paying members in the Charleston County GOP. So Thursday, September 5th is the date for that, 6 to 7 at North Charleston City Hall. Yes, ma'am.
Is that only to bring in new people, or is that everybody?
It's to bring in new people and also including people in already organized precincts. As Roger O'Sullivan knows, we don't organize our precincts very well. We have a lot of precincts that only have one officer or two officers, and what we need is to have block captains and have people in every neighborhood in the precinct to really get out there and walk the neighborhoods and get out the vote. So we need to reach out to people. Hopefully I'll be able to give Republican voter list to every member of the executive committee on Monday. So that's what I'm working on. I need some technical help with the new software program that I think is coming soon. So that's important that we call people in our precinct and get them involved, and then identify people in those unorganized precincts and get them involved, because we found out there are a lot of Republicans in Charleston County that don't go to the Charleston Republican Party meetings. So we need to bring them in, draw them in, welcome them. Once again, we want people to feel like their input is welcome. Their participation is not just welcome, but it's necessary in order for us to thrive as a party. So those are things that we must do. Those dates are important. We want to get as many people out for those events as possible. And then, as I said, we need to rally behind Billy Shuman. There's only one game in town right now, the special election for Senate District 42. And that's October 1st, so write that down. October 1st, special election for Senate District 42. The district includes most of North Charleston and there's one precinct that's in North Charleston but across the Dorchester County line, and then some of the downtown area north of Calhoun Street, and some West Ashley, including Avondale. We found that there are a lot of Republicans in Avondale that are glad that they have somebody to vote for. What you'll find out when you go to the candidate forum on August 16th is that there's some scary people representing the Democrat Party in that district. I mean, they make Robert Ford look like a Tea Party. Very, very, very scary. And we can't let somebody like that get elected. So that's why it's important to elect Billy Shuman. And Senator Bright noted that we've got a strong Republican majority in our Senate. It was 28-18 when Senator Ford was in the Senate. So electing Billy will make it 29-17. And unfortunately, we have a lot of Republicans that don't vote conservative. So when we elect Billy, we'll be putting a conservative in the Senate that we know we can count on to reject Common Core standards, to support school choice, to pass the South Carolina Fair Tax Act, to limit spending, uphold the governor's veto. So we need that conservative vote in the Senate. That's why this is so important. Special elections have a very low turnout. So if we get Republican voters to the polls on October 1st, Billy Shuman will be our next senator. So that's so important. Some of the things that the Democrats have been saying in this race, they're basically against your ability to protect yourself, your family, or your home from attack. assault on the Second Amendment. They're against charter schools, not just against school choice, but against charter schools. They don't want parents to have any say-so in where their kids attend school. So that's just atrocious. Their solution to everything is another government program, and they all want to expand Medicaid, which is an abysmal failure and will bankrupt the state. So that's dangerous stuff. We can't have those people representing Senate District 42. So the most important thing that I want to tell you is that no candidate ever got elected because people showed up at meetings. That doesn't elect anybody. So what everybody in this room needs to do is get involved. You can put up flyers in Republican households. You can knock doors. You can make phone calls. We'll be able to send lists to you, or you can call from your own home. You can donate money at voteschuman.com. But everybody in this room needs to do something to elect Billy Shuman, or we'll wake up on October 2nd and say, well, there's another radical liberal representing the South Carolina Senate. We cannot afford that. So please give your undivided attention to our next senator in Senate District 42, Billy Ray Shuman.
Sweat from my 80 doors this afternoon. Last night I got towed in Avondale. I left my car in a vacant doctor's office. So the guy charged me $320 and wouldn't take a credit card at 9 o'clock at night over on Wapoo Road. So I'm writing that one down in the diary. I was a little hot, so I had to wake up this morning, go to the bank, get $320 cash, and hand it to this guy. It was horrible.
Bill, Debbie and I should have let you know where we parked. We found the perfect parking place right in the middle of that little section near that Redeemer Lutheran Church, but it was another church. We parked there in the shade the whole 3 or 4 hours that we were out walking. And they didn't charge us a dime. So I'm going to tell you where it is. I'll just have to find out.
Thank you. Listen, I know a lot of people in this county said this can't be done, but we believe it can be done. The money, every day we get out there knocking on doors, raising money, and this campaign is starting to snowball. It's like we're planting little seeds, we're fertilizing it, and it's coming together. And I think you ran into some folks that knew
We
us the other day.
did. I have a story to tell, but you go on.
And I don't want to hold y'all up. Y'all, I just want you to know that I'm not just here at this meeting, I'm out there doing the work. I mean, we've canvassed over 1,000 doors with the lit drop, and I come behind them, and I'm Billy Shuman. I'm the Republican nominee for State Senate on October 1st, and these people are just amazed that somebody's at their door as a Republican candidate in this race, sweating, asking them for help. Of course, you got my vote. You can put a sign in my yard. So it's happening. I got 53 days left. And it's like I tell my donors, they're giving me big money. And these are friends and family that are putting $1,000 behind me at a cliff. And I'm like, I will not go down without swinging, like I've told you before. So 53 more days, got thousands more doors to hit. But this is a serious campaign. We're raising serious money, and unfortunately, it does take money. I mean, this would be fun if I could just go knock on doors and talk to people, but when you got to ask them to get behind you financially, that's when it's tough. But you just keep doing what you got to do.
Same old question. What's your website, and can people make a donation?
Oh, listen, my website is really looking good now. Got the copy. This stuff's hard getting out of the gates, but it's voteschuman.com. And yes, it says volunteer, which to me, I feel like we're going to have the strongest grassroots campaign in this county because we're out there making the drops. I call it 2 days. College teams are sweating, we're sweating. So, voteschuman.com.
Shuman.
S-H-U-M-A-N. Let me give you this.
No C.
No C, no sir, no sir. Yeah. But anyway, I'm thankful. I'm tired, but each day I get up and I just go do it again. So, thankful my wife's still there and kids are going back to school soon. And she was in Palm Beach for a law conference. She teaches at the law school, and I'm out knocking on doors in Avondale Park Circle. So that'll tell you what's going on. Yes, sir.
What's the Shuman campaign doing on Saturday?
The Shuman campaign on Saturday is meeting up again at Fort Dorchester because we're going to have, we believe, between 12 and 20 volunteers to hit this Patriot precinct. I'm caught up to the lit drop, so now we gotta get ahead of where I am. So if you just sign this, please, I'm not gonna haze you, but I am gonna email you and let you know what we're doing. We do lit drops on Wednesdays and Saturdays, so just sign up and let us inform you to the campaign of what's going on. I'd be appreciated. Thank you.